People in Portland have had enough of that construction noise. Now they're trying to rewrite the rules to keep you from having to deal with the exact same thing.
I've been by that. I got to tell you, it's pretty darn loud. They are asking the city noise board now to get rid of those pile drivers or at least limit their use. But we found out that's easier said than done. Jessica Morkert is following up now on this story. Jessica?
And Kelly, I found out the city's noise review board can make recommendations to the city council, who can then change city code when it comes to pile drivers and construction noise. But the folks who live in this neighborhood, they're not optimistic that that will happen because they say it all comes down to money.
Unconsciously, I have found my body completely tensing up.
It took just about everything in Lisbeth Applefield not to break down before the city noise review board.
I barely was able to come today.
She describes the pile driver pounding outside her Pearl District apartment as an assault, literally reigniting previous health conditions.
And I come from New York City, 16th Street and 7th Avenue. And I lived through construction and noises you wouldn't believe. But I never experienced this assault on my body and my nervous system.
Dozens of people living near construction zones throughout the city made their voices heard before the volunteer board. For Applefield and others, they say lifting the noise exemption for equipment like pile drivers isn't too much to ask, especially if there are other solutions.
Even if there aren't other machines that can do the same thing, and there are, but they can provide a buffer.
Applefield says there are machines that can do the same job, much quieter, but at a higher cost.
It's about the developer not wanting to spend the money.
Does this all come down to money?
No, it does not all come down to money. But your city council would not be reelected if they didn't pay some attention to what things cost.
Noise Review Board Chair David Sweet tells me he and the 5 other volunteers are researching and could recommend city code changes. But getting rid of pile drivers altogether likely won't be one of them, which he says dries up the costs for everyone. And back here live now, Applefield says if you look at other cities like New York, pile drivers are extremely limited, if not banned in certain areas of the city. Those citizens, they spoke before the Noise Review Board tonight, but they also plan to plead their case in front of City Council on June 25th again. Live in the Pearl District, Jessica Morkert, KOIN 6 News.